Hello again. This is David Lloyd, Scientific Advisor at Infinitus, and today I will be discussing with you the primary characteristics of traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, and its historical and classical counterparts represent thousands of years worth of accumulated medical knowledge. One of the key principles of traditional Chinese medicine is that energy, also known as qi, flows inside of the body along channels known as jing luo, or meridians. When the energy inside of our bodies is balanced, we are healthy. When it is imbalanced, disease and illness sets in. What causes our internal energy to become imbalanced and allow disease and illness to set in? In traditional Chinese medicine, there are three main factors that cause our energy to become imbalanced: external factors, internal factors, and lifestyle factors. External factors include things like infection and harsh climates like wind and cold. Internal factors include things like excessive emotional stress and organ dysfunction. And lifestyle factors include things like poor sleep, poor diet, and a lack of exercise and movement. So what are the core characteristics of traditional Chinese medicine? Traditional Chinese medicine is based on the concept of holism. Holism does not refer strictly to the idea that it is natural. Holism means that when a traditional Chinese medicine diagnosis is made, it takes multiple symptoms to figure out what an underlying problem is. In traditional Chinese medicine, we refer to this as branch and root. So in order to figure out what a root problem is, first you have to identify all of the different branches to help you locate where the root is. For example, poor circulation can lead to very specific types of pain, like stabbing pain, as opposed to a throbbing pain, which might be caused by qi stagnation. So when traditional Chinese medicine makes a diagnosis, it's done based off differentiation of symptoms. So it's not just, oh, I have a headache, I will take this pill. The goal with traditional Chinese medicine is to treat the root of the problem as opposed to just the individual symptoms. So traditional Chinese medicine treats syndromes and not symptoms. Syndromes are collections of symptoms that help you identify what a root problem is. Along with that, when it comes to herbal medicine, comes the idea of making complex formulas, because we're not just treating one thing at a time. A well-designed Chinese herbal formula will include various herbs that promote certain aspects of a formula, while also preventing certain types of side effects. That's how a traditional Chinese herbal formula is made. So what contrasts traditional Chinese medicine from what people think of as Western medicine? Well, on those main points that we discussed with traditional Chinese medicine, where we talked about holism and looking at multiple symptoms per appointment and dealing with complex formulas that are balanced and trying to achieve harmony, what Western medicine does really well is be very specific. So on those same topics, you're covering just a different set of bases. Not one better than the other, but they're just different from each other, and they both have their benefits, and they both can harmonize really well with each other. So where traditional Chinese medicine differs from Western medicine is that Western medicine has a tendency to be very specific. So it's not holistic in nature. It's very specific. So when you go to an appointment to see your average Western doctor, what they'll do is they'll focus on one symptom per appointment, and they will use medication that's used to address one symptom at a time. And so what happens is the specific nature of Western science is very, very powerful. It comes with some drawbacks, because with that power also comes certain types of side effects, and only having the ability to treat one symptom at a time. But integration can work really, really well, where certain types of Western medications, when combined and harmonized with proper guidance under a traditional Chinese medical doctor, can get a better result by combining both the specificity of Western science and the holism of traditional Chinese medicine. Now, one of the other things that's really neat when it comes to companies like Infinitus is that they harmonize the research capacity to study things like the polysaccharides that are found in certain types of Chinese herbs. And they will study them, the traditional Chinese herb, with the specificity of Western science to create a better outcome. So as I said before, they're not necessarily better or worse, they both have benefits. And harmonizing and working and integrating together has the tendency to create a much better outcome when it comes to the manufacturing of Chinese herbs and also their application for patients in healthcare.